Hello everyone, this is my second sit-down video. I really wanted to talk about some basic driving tips for Japan. I have only been here since the end of February, so I don't know a whole lot, but I just wanted to share what I have learned in that little bit of time that I feel like. So buying a car, you can buy a car privately or you can go to a dealership. Buying privately, they do have a lemon lot here next to the commissary where people buy their cars privately. They're either PCSing or whatever. So sometimes you can get a good deal on a car from the lemon lot, but the only thing is sometimes people don't disclose whether there's something wrong with it or not. So you're kind of chancing it. And a lot of times people who are PCSing, they don't have their JCI up to date. So let's say you spend $1,000 on the car privately, you are still required to purchase the JCI, which is a Japanese car insurance. It lasts for 2 years and it can be upwards of $1,000. Yokota Swap page on Facebook also has people selling their cars privately, so sometimes you can get a good deal on there, and normally they will tell you when the JCI is up. So I've seen a lot of cars being sold for, let's say, $1,000 and the JCI is good until 2020, so essentially that's a pretty good deal. You can also go to a dealership. The two dealerships that I mainly know about are Kelly & Kelly and Real Speed Auto. We purchased our car from Kelly & Kelly. I've heard better things about Kelly & Kelly versus Real Speed, but I have never had experience with Real Speed, so I'm just going off of what other people say. Kelly & Kelly is a lot closer to base than Real Speed, so when we were in TLF, we were able to catch the shuttle from TLF to Eastgate to Kelly & Kelly. Real Speed, I don't think you can really walk there. I mean, you could, but it would be kind of far. When you purchase a car from Kelly & Kelly, at least with our experience, they do cover the JCI. We purchased our car for a total of $3,000, which, like I said, included the JCI and the road tax as well. You do have to pay for road tax. Unfortunately for us, when we bought our car in February, no, I think it was the beginning of March when we bought our car. So unfortunately, when we bought our car, we had to pay for that road tax that was rolled into it. But as of April, you had to purchase another year of road tax, which was about $75. So JCI is required for everybody who's going to own a car here. It lasts for 2 years. It covers death and serious injury, so it's like your typical insurance. There are yellow plated cars and white plated cars. Yellow plated cars are more compact. They have a smaller motor, so they're in general smaller and they are a little bit less expensive. White plated cars are slightly more expensive. Like, we have a 2007 Nissan Cube. Ours is a white plated car. A lot of people go for the Cubes here because they're a good size. They're not too small but not too big. We wanted one that was decent enough for our dogs and one to be able to like haul our stuff from TLF and that kind of thing. You definitely want to get a small car here. The roads are super narrow. Parking spots, if you can find a parking spot, is super narrow as well. Most cars have the function of the mirrors turning in, like our car does, so that's nice. I know a lot of people with kids tend to get vans, so there are options for bigger families. There is a thing called a new driver sticker that you'll see around here, especially on base. I guess it just makes people feel more comfortable having other people know that they aren't that experienced, and I actually had a clip of that in one of my Daiso videos. I will insert a picture here of what it looks like though, and you can purchase them at Daiso. The good thing about Kelly & Kelly is that they do have payment options. So for us, they had us pay half down, which was $1,500, and then they have a 3-month payment period, which was a great option for us because even though we saved as much as we could, between getting the dogs here and everything, we did not have $3,000 to just put down on this car and be done with it. So we put $1,500 down, and then we've been paying for 3 months, every month $500 to complete the purchase of the car. The gas mileage is great on it. We spend maybe like 30 bucks every 3 weeks maybe. That's with us going around base a lot, and we'll venture out off of base, but we stay relatively close. So just that's a general idea of what it's like for us price-wise on gas. Driving tips for Japan that I have noticed. Obviously you want to stay on the left side of the road. That's a little bit different if you've never driven out of the country. It's honestly not that difficult. You just have to keep telling yourself, stay on the left. You cannot turn right on red. That's one thing I've learned. Pedestrians and bicyclists are everywhere. A lot of people walk and a lot of people ride their bicycles. So they have the right of way, so always be cautious when you're driving around them, because I have noticed that they don't tend to care. They will go if they think nobody is around. So you have tons of motorcycles around here as well, so just be careful. I've seen them going pretty fast, weaving in and out, so it makes me kind of nervous driving off base, so just beware. Speed limit here is in kilometers, and it is a lot slower than where you're from, I'm sure. I grew up in Georgia, so I'm from close to Atlanta, so I'm used to going really fast on the highway and everything. It's a lot slower here. Typically on base, it's about 40 kilometers. And I believe kilometers is half of what it is in the States. So if it's 40 kilometers here, I believe that means it's 20 miles per hour in the States, I believe. If somebody lets you in whenever you're driving, you want to put on your hazards and you want to bow. Bowing is big here in Japan. It's just kind of a form of saying thank you. Tolls are a thing here. They are very expensive. If you plan on going somewhere like Tokyo, like driving, definitely have yen. I mean, if you're going off base in general, you definitely want to have yen. Parking is a little difficult for a lot of places, but places like IKEA, Seiyu, and Joyful Honda, they do have parking decks. Depending on where you're going, it does cost you money to park. I know Joyful Honda is free parking. IKEA, I believe, is $10 for parking. But what I've heard is if you have a purchase over, I believe, $100, you get that parking fee waived. And it's kind of a similar thing at Seiyu. It's 300 yen, so basically $3 to park there. But if you make any purchase at all, your parking fee is waived. You just have to show them your parking ticket whenever you're checking out, and they should waive it for you. That's what I've heard. I have never done it yet. Couple main road signs that are a little bit different from the States is the stop sign. Also, here's what a speed limit sign looks like, and as well as a no entry sign. Those are the main signs that I feel like everybody should kind of know what they are before they come here. Also, there's a lot of railroad tracks because the trains are big here. So if you ever come to a railroad, you need to stop. Most of the time they have lights and they have the railings and everything, so you shouldn't be like too worried about it, but just make sure you stop. If you liked this video, please give a like, comment down below for more video ideas or suggestions, and subscribe to my channel for more. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.